Hey, what's up, guys? Hope everybody's doing well and having a great day. In this video, I'm going to take you guys to Garrison, New York. You're going to see a video of an unusual green light ricochet off the top of a gentleman's house and then take off at a very high rate of speed. Never seen anything quite like what you're about to see in this video here. Truly bizarre video footage submitted by Tom out of Garrison, New York. Also, a couple of days ago, a video I posted, I showed you guys an unusual orange object in the nighttime sky, a fiery orange object, and Lisa saw the video, and she too saw something similar from Deering, New Hampshire back in February of 2019, shared the video with me, and I'm sharing it with you guys. Over here on the left, you're going to see an insert right there. That's the video from actually 2 days ago of what looked like a fiery orange object sent in by Gummy and Cherry, and I'm still waiting to hear back on the location of that object, but they do have similarities. Lisa was exactly right. Those objects look like they could have been the same object or at least very close. Some sort of a fiery orange object, unknown object in the nighttime sky. This one here visible above New Hampshire going back to February of 2019. Excellent observation by Lisa out of Deering, New Hampshire. Thank you, Lisa. Really appreciate that. Coming over here to the homepage of the website, today's feature photo was sent in by Joe out of Lincoln, Nebraska. Get a load of that sky, would you? Joe took a photo of that and he said he made a beeline inside as he wasn't quite sure what this thing was going to do. He'd never seen anything like it, and I agree. I have never seen a storm cloud quite like that. That is very unique, super photogenic. Once again, photo by Joe Powers out of Lincoln, Nebraska. Checking in on the GOES X-ray flux over here at the Space Weather Prediction Center. Once again, a strong M flare in the last 24 hours. And looking at the ionosphere, you can tell we're still in the middle of a proton storm from that strong eruption that occurred a couple of days ago off the northwestern limb of the sun. And here's a view from yesterday. I took a screen grab when I noticed the proton storm underway. And once again, the North and South Pole were lit up red and orange, and that just simply means that they're absorbing the energy from the very strong storm that came off the northwestern limb of the sun. And here's a look at the Earth-facing side of the sun, video by Scott out of Shelton, Connecticut from yesterday at 6:11 p.m. and you can see all of the sunspots in active regions on the Earth-facing side of the sun, still very active, and we could definitely see some more solar activity here in the coming days as those sunspots are going to be around for the next week or 10 days on the Earth-facing side of the sun. Hopping over to the Yellowstone supervolcano caldera, looking at the seismographs that monitor the mighty supervolcano. A little bit of magma intrusion up here at Mammoth Vault, and the northeast entrance is showing some activity, but other than that, nothing major going on at the supervolcano. Looking at the power outage situation over here at poweroutage.us, still 30,000 customers in Missouri, 14,000 customers in Illinois, 17,000 in Wisconsin, 34,000 in Virginia, looking at 10,000 in West Virginia, and 21,000 in Maryland. All of those power outages are from inclement weather. And there are still well over 100,000 customers without electricity from these very strong storms that went through the north central plains around 48 hours ago. And I have video footage from this location right here that took on very large hail, as you can see here on the map over here at hailreports.com. 2.75, 2.5, and 3.0. That's 3-inch hail right here in this very location. Video submitted by Gene from July 28th out of New Salem, Wisconsin. Get a load of that sky. That is ominous looking, fiery orange mammatus clouds. And she was focusing on this cloud right here, what looked like a roll cloud, very low to the ground above West Salem, Wisconsin. This was right after the storm went through, and you can see lightning coming out of the top of that cloud right there, that rogue cloud that was underneath the mammatus clouds. And they were talking about the large hail that went through the area. They were currently without power, I think, at the time they took this video of that very ominous looking sky once again above West Salem, Wisconsin. And this was from the storm activity that went through on July 28th of 2023. And you can see the northern tier took on a lot of hail that day in North Dakota, South Dakota, Iowa, Nebraska, and of course Wisconsin, like we just saw from Gene's video. Thank you, Gene. Really appreciate that. Did anybody happen to see the big lightsaber in the sky back on the night of July 26th? This photo over here at spaceweather.com was sent in by Jody out of Bragg Creek, Alberta. This was in the sky, the visible nighttime sky from Alberta. This rare phenomena that doesn't come around very often, they call it Steve, was visible in the nighttime sky right here from Alberta, Canada for around 2 hours. And I was wondering wondering if anybody else happened to see that. We've got large lightsabers in the sky. We've got comets that are shaped like Millennium Falcons coming into the inner solar system. Here's a view of the city-sized comet that's plunging towards the sun right now as I do this video. And we might be able to see this comet during the daytime in April of 2024. So that's coming up. That comet is still moving towards the inner solar system. But I was just curious if anybody, especially from Alberta, Canada, happened to see that phenomena in the sky on the night of July 26th. The skies were very active on July 28th, and I have some more video footage from the storm activity out of Cheyenne, Wyoming. Video here by Curtis from July 28th of 2023. This lightning appeared to make contact, as we're going to zoom in closer here, with a wind turbine off in the distance there, visible from his location. And as we zoom in for a closer look, you can see something definitely took on energy from that lightning strike that definitely made contact with the ground there in Cheyenne, Wyoming. This next video is from Mary Hall out of South Haven, Michigan. Goes back to June 28th of lightning crawling across the sky. Here it is in slow motion above her location in southwestern Michigan, right out of South Haven. Thank you, Mary. Great video. Really appreciate that. This next video was sent in by Doc Loonstar, not sure of the location, but it was of some very rapid lightning, almost looked like strobe lights in the nighttime sky, flashing purple and blue. And this next video is out of Pueblo, Colorado. It has some narration. They were watching the sunset when out of nowhere the sky started bursting with lightning, and they weren't expecting lightning. They were watching the sunset, as you can clearly see in the video footage, but it also has some narration, and here we go.
Oh my gosh, this just happened. It turned on. It was 1 minute it was there, the other minute it wasn't.
And then it was this.
The sun sets over here.
Yeah. And it was not there.
Just some more intense lightning. Once again, going back to July 28th of 2023. This video footage was taken from Pueblo, Colorado. And again, it just kind of came out of nowhere. They said it just turned on and it came out of nowhere. This video footage was sent in by Sheila from July 24th out of Alberta, Canada. You can see lightning up here making contact with the ground, and it struck 4 times in the same place. Check this out. I'm going to zoom in, slow it down. 4 times in a row, it appears to have made contact with the ground in the same location. The first strike, as you're going to see right there, looked like multiple strikes, so it was a little tough to see. Here's the second one, making contact with the ground. Here's the third one, making contact with the ground. And here's the fourth one right there, making contact with the ground. Incredible video footage taken by Sheila out of Alberta, Canada. Going to take you guys now to Garrison, New York. I've never seen anything quite like this. This is super unique video footage sent in by Tom. And here we go. The video was taken at 9:33 p.m. on July 26th of 2023. Okay, watch right up here above the roof of the house. You're going to see something make contact with the roof and then ricochet off into space at a very high rate of speed, turning bright green right there in the process. That was at original speed. That was the original video taken on July 26th at 9:33 p.m. We're going to go in close and slow it down to try to get a better look at this object, whatever it may have been, that ricocheted off the roof of Tom's house on July 26th. Right there it goes again. Burst into a bright green color and then took off at a very high rate of speed. And it appears to have made contact with the roof of the house. I don't know. I've never seen anything quite like this. I think that's an airplane off in the distance, unless it's something else that I'm not aware of. It's difficult to tell because it's behind the tree line. But oddly enough, that bright light was visible around the same time this light became visible and then sped off at a very high rate of speed. I have never seen anything quite like that. We're going to go in for a closer look right there. I slowed it down. We're going to go in even closer, slow it down more. Some sort of what looked like an orb, some form of energy. I don't know. I don't think it was any type of a bird. It was moving way too fast. Even right here in slow motion, you can see how quick it moves. Right there, when it makes contact with the roof, right there, it starts to glow, turns into a bright green color, and then takes off in slow motion. It's moving very, very fast off into the night sky, between the trees, actually above the trees, and off it goes into the nighttime sky. You don't see any wings flapping or anything like that. You would have noticed it in slow motion if it were a bird or something like that. And besides, I don't know how a bird could have burst into a bright green color like it did right there when it made contact with the roof, and then it remained illuminated as it took off into the nighttime sky. And it was moving so fast that by the time the camera detected it, the motion sensor detected it, that's what that green square is, it was already outside of the green square. Something moving incredibly fast on the night of July 26th of 2023 above Garrison, New York. What an incredible video. Thank you, Tom. Really appreciate that. If you guys have any photos you'd like to share, you can send those to reports at MrMBB333.com. And if you guys have any videos you'd like to share that are too large to attach to the email, come over here to the homepage of the website. You can always find a link down below in the description box. Look for this red tab that says Have a Large Video. Simply click on the red tab. It's a Dropbox. Drag and drop your video into the Dropbox. Please include your first name, date, and location, and I'll take it from there. Thanks for watching. Have a super day, and be safe out there.